Houston. It's the fourth largest city in the country, and with more than 5.7 million people, it's growing faster than any other city. Jobs are available. Housing is affordable. People are warm, welcoming, and honoring of our nation's armed forces in Houston. Houston is a veteran-friendly city. It has one of the largest veterans populations in the country. The city has a special Office of Veterans Affairs dedicated to serving active members of the military, veterans, and their families. And veterans who apply to work for the city of Houston receive special hiring preferences. So Houston was the perfect place, and Armed Forces Day was the perfect day to hold the first Association of the United States Army Military Housing Summit. The summit educated veterans and their families about the affordable housing options available to current and former military personnel.
Housing is a veteran's common denominator. Why? Because everybody qualifies for a VA loan as long as you have a DD-214. It's that simple.
AUSA represents every American soldier. It provides professional education and information programs at events around the country. To honor the AUSA mission, the AUSA Houston Subchapter and Texas Capital Area Chapter presented the Military Housing Summit. Classes inform veterans about the range of VA benefits available to them. Texas officials offered information on purchasing land from the state. Builders invited attendees to inspect model home features. Mortgage lenders taught applicants how they should present their finances to secure a VA loan approval.
Our event here today is simply put, it's about veterans, whether they're active duty, National Guard, Reserve, retired, if they just served a few years. It's about our veterans, and we're here today for them. And so you are going to see a cross-section of corporate companies, small business, nonprofit agencies, government agencies. Each one has a little bit of a different varying mission, but the bottom line is this: it's about taking care of veterans. That's what it's all about.
In just a few hours on Armed Forces Day, 2,500 visitors toured the exhibits at Houston's Reliance Center to learn about the affordable housing options available to all current and former military personnel.
500,000 veterans in the greater Houston area, and at least 100,000 of those families are not currently purchasing or owning their own home. And that's why we're here. And those that are have a chance to move up in this market. And that's another reason that we're here.
Since the Department of Veterans Affairs began its home loan programs in 1944, more than 18 million home loans have been awarded to vets. Many of these veterans could never have received loans otherwise. For many, the VA home process can be complicated.
Housing for military people who have been willing to risk their lives for us ought to be affordable, it ought to be available, and they ought to be able to take advantage of it without a lot of red tape.
The goal of the first AUSA Military Housing Summit was to help make VA loan processes more transparent, easier to understand, and most importantly, to put military service members into homes faster.
This is the first military housing summit in the country, and I'm very proud that our chapter is the sponsor and supporting that. I'm very proud the AUSA National is supporting. I'm very proud on so many private sector organizations being so supportive.
The summit benefited more than veterans. Participating government officials, businesses, and nonprofit organizations were able to network and share best practices with colleagues. Sponsors and exhibitors said the networking opportunities were especially valuable. They enjoyed an exclusive breakfast event where they met representatives from the United States Congress, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the state of Texas, and AUSA.
I wanted to be here because of the important work that you do and the important mission that we have together to house our nation's veterans and to be able to make our communities in every area communities that are inclusive, communities that are looking and bridging opportunity for people.
More than 90 sponsors, 42 speakers, and nearly 300 volunteer staff helped attendees learn about first-time home buyer benefits, innovative housing programs, how to refinance loans for home improvements, and how to take advantage of military VA housing benefits.
present this certificate of special congressional recognition presented to the Association of U.S. Army Texas Capital Area Chapter, and I'm doing this in honor of your 2012 Military Housing Summit. On behalf of the constituents of the 9th Congressional District, and yes, we are in the 9th Congressional District of Texas, I salute your dedicated service toward educating military personnel on affordable housing.
The conclusion of the first AUSA Military Housing Summit only begins to fill the housing needs for veterans and active military personnel. Now the AUSA Houston Subchapter and Texas Capital Area Chapter are creating an online directory of professionals, including experts in lending, real estate, construction, taxes, and title insurance. Military members will find answers to their housing questions. Corporate members will have yet another opportunity to demonstrate their support of soldiers and their families while strengthening their own business opportunities. AUSA advocates for U.S. soldiers and their families, veterans, and retirees.
I have a tremendous debt of gratitude to AUSA. When I was able to go to college, that I was the brigade commander for ROTC in my high school in San Francisco, for all the city high schools. And AUSA offered me a scholarship, and I won a scholarship to be able to go to college. And that meant a lot to me then. It means a lot to me now. The work that you do, the service that you provide to men and women and their families who are serving and in other areas, that is a tremendous level of service, and that is why I'm here today as well.
The AUSA Military Housing Summit is one more way this organization supports and honors the contributions and sacrifices members of every branch of the military have made. To learn how you can host or participate in an AUSA Military Housing Summit in your area, visit www.ausatexascapitalarea.org or www.ausahouston.org.